welcome back to our art journaling extravaganza.
I was going to say, what do we call it?
It felt like that's just what needed to be said.
A fun time of creating.
Oh, it's been so good.
Yes. Are we ready to go?
I think
so.
We
are live, so.
Yeah, we are live. Did you get to create this week in your art journal?
I did. Mostly at night. A few times though, actually, during the day, just when I had 5 minutes just to get some base coat color paint on. How about you?
That's my favorite. Yeah, I did do a little bit. I had some extra paints left over from doing some Jefferson teacher signs.
Yes.
So, I put them in my art journal.
We hope you've been able to create too.
Yeah, let us know.
Yes, if you're just joining us too, we have a video, probably a few posts down, showing how we did some base coats and just how to get started. So if you have like blank white pages in a journal, we showed how to use a couple different types of journals, just how to get started and how to get paint to cover this white surface. So we have a post, wait, how do I say that?
A few posts down. If you scroll down,
you should see our face in a similar situation, showing how to get some paint on your pages. Today, we thought, oh, this is beautiful.
You started this one.
I started that one?
Yeah, and I added to it. So it kind of started with those base coats. That was probably the roller paint, it looks like to me. And then I think I did add the purple.
And maybe this teal?
Yes.
Or coral?
The coral. Yeah, I think I added the coral. I have like a dot sponge brush that I think I got from the Dollar Tree.
Yes.
And just, I like to add dots to lots of things.
I love that.
Yes, thank you.
So adding like a second coat with more paint strokes. Now, because it was a second coat, that coral stands out more than blending in.
Yeah, it gives it a little
really
pop.
cool.
So you can always keep adding. And like we said last week, if you don't like it, paint over it. Or Erica will even show you some other things you can do today.
Yes. Oh, there's a sneak peek.
Before we get started though, should we draw a winner or do you...
Oh, let's do that. Yes. So we have another giveaway. Do you want to model our prize here, Beth?
Oh my goodness, you guys. I kind of want this because I loved these journals. Yes. But this is all the supplies you need to get started on your very own journal. So this is your basic composition notebook in the back. And in here, you're going to get some pretty stickers. Oh my goodness, these succulents and cactus. I love that. And then you get some Sharpies. We do use Sharpies quite a bit when we journal because that adds those final details.
Yes, words, quotes.
Yes, all of that goes on there. Some fun little colored paper, and there's some like book pieces of paper in there that are kind of fun. They look vintagey. So this is what you win. And what did they enter? Like, what was the question you asked them? If they art journal?
Yes, I think it was. So we have a lot of people who've entered who've never art journaled or are interested in wanting to get started. So excited to give that away. We hope that, well, let's just draw one. All right, let's just draw one.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
Okay, and the winner is Jennifer Wren.
It was Jennifer Wren!
Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, Jennifer, I'm so excited you got this.
This is yours. Have so much fun with it. We know you'll use it and make it look beautiful.
Yes, would love to see your pages as you're filling it. We'll be in contact of how you can pick that up. There are a few of these sets listed in our online store. So if you didn't win and you really want one, please use what you have at home. We got a lot of those supplies at the Dollar Tree or collected things that we have. But if it is helpful to already have it put together and collected for you, we do have a few of those kits listed for sale in our online store. So
awesome.
I'm excited.
I am too.
So today we're going to show how to do
some sentimental pieces. Yeah, so this is like Keepsakes Cards. I talked last week about how I was going to my grandma's funeral, and I had started journaling some pieces already. So this was the last card. Let me see if you guys can see it better if I hold it up. But this was the last card here that I got from them while she was still alive. And so I just glued it in where I could even open it up to still read the message.
And to see her handwriting.
Yeah.
That's super special.
It is super special. And then this was the verse that was important to her in her life. So I wrote that in there. And now I have these pieces from her memorial service that I thought about cutting her picture and putting it in here. And then like writing, or on the back here, there's also this poem that her husband really, it meant a lot to him that he wanted to make sure it was on there. Then I might cut that out too. Because the special thing about this page is there are 3 little pages.
You layer that up, girl.
Yes, so I thought I could use these on all the pages and talk about, you know, some memories and stuff with her.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'll do.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that so openly with us.
Of course.
I love how you started your processing as you started grieving. And what you're even modeling for all of us now, too, is how your pages don't ever have to be considered done.
Finished,
you know? Like, now you're at a different part in your processing, and you can keep adding on to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what a special thing to have it all together.
Yes, I'm loving this. So I'm excited to do that. What about you?
I have a colorful base coat here where finishing another project I had leftover paint, so we just kind of spread it all out. I love lots of color, as you can see. But my daughter is also an artist, and she comes home from school with beautiful pieces, and she does beautiful pieces here and beautiful pieces at home. So we get quite a lot of art, and I can't save all of it, but some of my favorite pieces I try to incorporate into my journal. So she actually painted this watercolor out at school in her art class, and she brought it home.
Watercolor?
Yes, isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It was pretty on the sheet too, because the background was like darker colors, all like watercolor painted in. And I just found it like at the bottom of her backpack, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I made that. You can have it." And I'm like, "Oh, this is gorgeous."
Yes, I love
So one thing you can do instead of just gluing the whole piece of art in is you can cut out a part that you love. So I just cut out the main image, which was the owl and the tree branch with the moon, and I glued it here. And how I envision kind of finishing this page is doing some kind of quote that is speaking to me. As you know, we are all processing everything going on in the world. Some kind of quote about light and doing small things, you know, for good or whatever. You know, some kind of quote or Bible verse I'm going to probably collage in there.
I love it.
But today I kind of wanted to show you. So over the weekend was her 10th birthday.
Oh my gosh, double digits.
Double digits.
Your baby.
Yes, let's see. Hi, Becca.
Oh,
hi, Becca. Hello. Welcome. So glad you guys are here. I love it. If you have any questions as we're talking, please feel free to leave us a comment, and we will see it and try to respond while we're live here, or we'll go back later and also respond. But
yeah.
so she turned 10. My baby turned 10 over the weekend, and now all my kids are in double digits. And as I was kind of getting the final details for her birthday, you know, wrapping paper was one of the last things that I had to go get. I'm walking up and down the aisles just processing, oh my goodness, all my babies are now double digits. They're growing up so fast. What does she like? She's not into really girly things right now. She likes color still a little bit, but like prints, not so much florals.
Yeah. Sad.
Or princessy things. So I just got some basic color wrapping paper to wrap her presents. And so I have a few scrap pieces here, which I'm going to like rip up and collage to create some color in my journal. And what I love about this is it might not be a birthday card or a picture from her day, but whenever I see these papers, it's going to bring me back to her 10th birthday and me processing who she is, what she's interested in, how she's growing up. All my babies are big. And so I'll have a piece of that in the art journal, which will bring back memories.
Right. So do you ever like smell something and it takes you back to like that time in your life?
Yes.
There was this certain scent from Bath and Body Works. Every time I smell it, I think it was like Freesia or something.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Oh, it takes me back to that time in my life. It's,
How old were do you remember when you wore it?
Yeah, I think I was like 19.
Okay, I was going to, high school or college.
Like right after high school. Okay. Yeah, it was like my first time living on my own.
I wonder if they probably don't even have that smell anymore, do they?
I don't know. I don't go to Bath and Body Works like I used to.
Yeah, it's not It used to be cool to carry even the bag.
Oh my
Bath
gosh,
and Body
yes,
Works on
I
it.
remember that. Now my daughter likes their hand sanitizers.
Oh yeah, they're strong too.
Yeah, she tries to steal mine.
That's like my daughter with my like chapstick lip smacker thing.
Oh yes.
She likes those too. What do you guys think? Do your kids steal something of yours?
Oh my gosh. So I
Sweet.
I don't know if I said this. I grabbed 2 of these so I don't feel like I'm like doing something wrong by cutting up her memorial. So that way I still have a hard copy at home of all of this. So
That's a good tip.
oh, glue stick. Here it is.
Yes. So right now I'm just adding some more color to go behind my pages because I love color and getting some base coats. Last week we showed the tip of how to add extra paper in between your pages. So as I go off here, you can see it's not oozing down too much onto my pages below because I have this protected paper.
It catches it all.
It catches it all. Even helps protect the table. I think you kind of
Yes, that's right. 'Cause
shared
at
about
home,
that.
my girls are so messy. I shared a
Yep.
picture of them on my Instagram page. Because anytime I get my paints out, my girls are just instantly like, I want to paint, I want to paint. So they now have dedicated journals for their painting.
I love it.
And it's just become a fun way to process and experiment
And hang out together.
and hang out together. We're not watching TV. We're not,
Yes.
you know, sitting around doing nothing.
Yes. No, yep.
Yeah.
We're
You know,
inside a lot right now. So.
these winter days can be tough, and this has been a great way to feel like you're being creative, you're doing something good for yourself.
Yes. Bringing some color into the world.
Absolutely.
All our gray days. So my paper here is just little pieces, and you can either cut them into shapes to cut words out. I really like ripping. I think it's like a fun sound, fun sensory thing. So you can rip towards you to show a little of the white fringe. You can even rip away from you, and it kind of play with it because how you pull your paper will rip and give it a different texture or different
Style or
thing.
look.
Yeah, I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure.
Wasn't she so pretty?
She was so
Just
pretty.
love her.
So pretty. Yes. So it's been, let's see, it's been 3 weeks? Almost 3
Since
weeks?
she passed.
Yeah.
It was New Year's Eve, so yeah, almost.
Crazy.
Wait, would that be 3 weeks? What's
I
today?
don't know.
The
What is-
14th. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, 2
Yeah.
weeks, okay. Wow.
Yes, and my boys also turned 13 this week.
It was a big week in our family.
It was a big week, and that's real weird.
We got teenagers.
Yes, having teenagers in the house, and they certainly act like teenagers.
And we love them. We love them.
Yes, we do. They're fun though, and I'm thankful because I was very tired waking up this morning. But you know, their ride comes at 7, a little after 7, and it was like 6:50, and I hadn't gotten out of bed yet. But they were all ready.
Yeah, because they can get up.
They get up, they get going, they do their own thing. So moms with little kids, that is the joy of watching them get older. You don't have to, it's not always a fight getting out the door.
Yes.
Sometimes it can
Still,
be,
yep.
very much. But for the most part, they do a good job.
Yep. What I'm doing here too is I'm ripping like
Ooh.
kind of smaller pieces, but it's up to you how big of pieces you do it. And what I love is how there's a polka dot pattern here, but how I'm laying the pieces, it's kind of messing up the pattern and it gives it this rough texture. It also helps make your pages thicker. So if you're working with a journal, like a composition notebook or something that has very thin pages, by collaging paper in it, it'll help thicken your pages up and make them a little bit stronger, which is pretty fun too. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going. I'll probably go back and add words. I'll be right back, Beth.
You know, sometimes we have to set alarms for picking up our children because it's such the middle of the afternoon. It is, I have forgotten before, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
I forgot once.
I mean, 2 o'clock, you might not having eaten lunch yet normally by 2 o'clock. So it's 2:15. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to have an alarm to get that middle school son from school, or it would throw me off. So anyway, I don't have to get him today. I get to be with you all. Any questions for us? Let's see. Oh, Gray heard your voices and came running. He is so excited to see you live. Hi, Gray!
We miss you.
We do. It's not the same in this art studio.
I know.
Without all those little faces.
He was always in here and such a joy.
Yes, and Gray, I mean, he was crawling on these floors. So we have gotten to see you grow up, buddy. And it's so special.
You big 4-year-old.
Seriously. Can you believe it?
No.
What do you think, Becca? How do you feel about your kids getting older? You don't have a baby that needs to be carried all the time anymore, do you?
Oh my gosh, she is getting so big.
Yes.
Aniston.
So sweet.
I need to see her.
I know. I am loving how this is looking. I don't know. Maybe I'll add a quote. Maybe I'll add pictures. Maybe I'll even add some paint strokes on top.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to add her obituary in here. What are your thoughts? Because it'll kind of stick. I guess maybe I could trim it up a bit and glue it in right here.
You could. You could also fold it.
Or it could even just flap over. That would be okay. Right?
That is totally. It's your journal, Beth.
That's
you can do anything you want.
Absolutely. Oh man.
Now, I have a couple pieces sticking,
No, you're good.
Sticking up here. I could go back and add more glue, or this would be a good time to also use Mod Podge to help flatten it and bring it down, just to help protect it and make sure it's in.
That's fun, Mod Podge.
I love that.
I know I haven't done Mod Podge in a while, but it really does give it that protective coat. And, I mean, it is in there once it's Mod Podged.
Oh, she said Gray just got so embarrassed.
Gray!
Sweet boy, now he's not going to like us.
Oh.
What am I doing? I might stop for now. How long have we been? Oh, okay.
How many minutes have we been on here?
17
minutes?
17
you guys
minutes.
are still here with
Any
us.
questions
Thank you.
for us with art journaling? I know as people were answering the question this week, there was lots of people wondering how to get started, how to add sentimental pieces. So that's how we're kind of showing it today. It can be something really sentimental, like a card or, you know, piece like that with like words. It can also be as simple as just getting wrapping paper that'll take you back to a moment. Any questions for us, or if you're not watching live and you're following back, please feel free to still comment. We check this feed so we can respond to your questions. What would you guys like to see next week? More of a step, or building on these pages, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say too, to then incorporate it. Sometimes I'll go back with paint and a paintbrush, and like I have this gold right here. Maybe I'll just add some like dots around here. Like I said, dots are like one of my favorite things. And I'll kind of just overlap like the card and the actual paper so it all kind of ties in together. And maybe even put some over here on this page as well. So then it kind of all ties in together. With paint, you could use a paint marker, and maybe we could even talk about doodles and like details
too.
Oh,
we did that.
Yes.
We did it with our JCAP girls. I love that point though, because then it brings it all together rather than looking like this was one thing and this was another thing.
Yes, it's all kind of tied in to each other.
We've talked about that, how we like our pages when you kind of open it
to be like,
this is the whole spread versus this being one thing and this being something.
Yes.
That's a taste thing. Are you guys like that too, or do you think that's we're weird like that? I don't know, Beth. What do you think? Do you think we're weird like that?
Maybe.
Maybe that's how, because you grow up reading in a book might be like,
one page versus the other.
I don't know. Why are we like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, you guys, this is so much fun. We look forward to doing this with you every week. We are having a blast. So please let us know how we can help you. We know times are different and we miss helping you create live in person, but as much as we can still help encourage you to be creative at home, we want to do that. So let us know how we can help you in your art journaling, get started.
Have fun.
Enjoy it. We'll be back next week.
Yes, all right. Bye, guys.